Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. So we're just going to do another reaction video. This time the video is from Los Angeles, from NBC4LA, and says Typhus Epidemic Worsens in Los Angeles from 6 years ago. Los Angeles has been in the news recently for the fires and how it's affected rich people. And I'm quite surprised it took this long for people to figure out that Los Angeles may not be a good place. Very expensive, very flaky people. You don't get your bang for your buck. I'll say that, and it's very dirty. And you'll see that when I'm talking about this video. Now I've been to Los Angeles. I'm from Los Angeles County, although I'm not from the city of Los Angeles, although I have lived there. And it's kind of one of the life's biggest mysteries how that place even exists, but we'll go ahead and watch the video. Typhus epidemic, okay?
Felt like somebody was driving railroad stakes through my eyes and out the back of my neck. So I am concerned about going back to work and getting this again because I thought I was going to die.
Can you imagine what she had was typhus, a disease born from rats and fleas? They are running rampant in ever-growing piles.
Yeah, this is Los Angeles City Hall East, okay? So you got a homeless person just sleeping right in front of one of the most important city government buildings. I don't think this even happens in the city of Atlanta. I don't think so. I might be wrong about that. But if you ever gone to like a small town in like the Atlanta area, like they have really beautiful city hall buildings. It's like, why is it so beautiful? You're just a small town. And then you go to LA, it's like, why you got all this homeless people and trash? You know what I mean? But let's just keep going.
Piles of garbage. The NBC4I team has been tracking the epidemic in Los Angeles. The numbers are staggering. One of the cases inside City Hall. Here's investigative reporter Joel Grover.
A veteran city official has now contracted typhus, a disease the public health department has been saying was mainly hitting the homeless population. But now workers in downtown LA and beyond are clearly at risk. And they're calling on the city to control the filthy conditions that are fueling this epidemic. Mounds of garbage.
Oh my goodness, look at all of that. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh man. Could you imagine? You know what's funny? In one of my properties, I just had like a little mountain of trash, and like the gardener was saying, "Did you know you just had this little?" It wasn't even a mountain; it was like a little pile of trash outside, in my property. And then the gardener came in, and he was like, "Did you know you had this trash here?" And it was only like a hundredth of this size. And here in Georgia, people were freaking out about this. I think if they saw this in Los Angeles, they would have a heart attack. And you could kinda see, like, nobody cares in Los Angeles. Oh my god, I'm getting a heart attack looking at this. Are you? Oh my goodness.
Pile up on a downtown LA street. Garbage that draws rats, which harbor fleas. Fleas spread the typhus bacteria when they bite humans. And now their latest victim is Deputy LA City Attorney Liz Greenwood.
It felt like somebody was driving railroad stakes through my eyes and out the back of my neck.
3 months ago, Greenwood, a veteran prosecutor, began experiencing horrible headaches and high fevers. Her doctor tested her blood and found she was infected with typhus.
Who gets typhus? It's a medieval disease.
Well, when you don't clean, uh, your streets and it's full of trash, maybe that was probably the problem why they got typhus back in, the medieval ages. But this looks gross. This is sick. They just kind of food all over, and the rats just eat it and they spread it. But yeah. Oh man.
It's caused by trash.
Piles of trash like those on Saris Avenue, which we questioned the mayor about 4 months ago.
This is from 2018. Think about that. 2018. And we saw the mayor from the press conferences and the fires is somebody different. So again, it doesn't really matter who the mayor is in Los Angeles as long as they keep continuing to do what they're doing, right? Like, it's a very fascinating place, just how horrible things are and how like nobody cares. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to be like in charge of a city where like people are getting medieval diseases, but that's the type of place LA is. Very it's almost like it's like hell on earth, right? But I mean it is.
Oh, this is a breeding ground for typhus.
That is unacceptable to me, and as mayor, I'm going to make sure that that is changed.
After our story aired in October, the city did haul away the trash on Saris Avenue and launched more frequent cleanings of streets in Skid Row, the area now known as the Typhus Zone. But 4 months later, the garbage is once again piling up on Saris and all over LA.
This is the city of Los Angeles.
Estela Lopez represents businesses in part of downtown LA and is worried that the typhus epidemic is only getting worse.
Town pride, folks. That's why you got to have a little bit of town pride.
You can't solve this until you hit the cause of it. And the cause of it is that you still have these mountains of trash.
And the latest numbers from the state health department show a record number of typhus cases in LA County in 2018. At least 124 people, and more than 80% of those cases occurred outside downtown LA. Do you think the city is doing enough to stop the outbreak?
No.
Deputy City Attorney Liz Greenwood thinks the city should fumigate all city buildings in the downtown area for fleas, including City Hall East, where she works, and City Hall. The city has already fumigated parts of nearby LAPD headquarters that have been plagued with fleas, and it shut down and fumigated LAPD's Central Division.
It can't be a good time to work okay, so if you're LAPD and you probably work at Skid Row, then you probably contract it and then bring it back to the headquarters. And so that can't be a good time.
Where several cops were bitten by fleas, according to this veteran officer. Are cops afraid of getting typhus?
Of course, yes.
It's not just homeless folks.
But the city told Greenwood it doesn't have the resources to fumigate City Hall East, where she says hundreds of city employees who work there and thousands of citizens who visit are at risk of getting typhus.
You know what's funny about the city of Los Angeles? Apparently they have huge funds to stop homelessness. Like I need to look up the news article about Los Angeles. Los Angeles city spends a ton on eradicating homelessness, right? Let's see what we get. Los Angeles was paid 21.7 billion over 10 years to end homelessness. Or okay. Yeah, so they spend an insane amount. Oh, look at this one right here. Los Angeles Times. Nearly half of Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass' record 1.3 billion homelessness budget for 2023-2024 went unspent. I think you could have used, like, the fact that they have this budget is insane. And I feel like if it went unspent, they probably could have just used it to fumigate the city, right? But you'll find tons of articles about how they have a ton of money to spend to fight homelessness, but nothing happens because that's the city of LA.
I am concerned about going back to work and getting this again because I thought I was going to die.
We asked Mayor Garcetti's office why they haven't requested that City Hall buildings be fumigated for the fleas that can carry typhus. The mayor's office didn't answer our specific question, but simply sent us a statement saying, since last fall, there's been a comprehensive effort to improve cleanliness and protect public health in the Civic Center.
Oh no, that's a shame.
NBC4 is committed to shedding light on LA's homeless epidemic with our Streets of Shame series. If you see an issue that needs to be addressed, please email your story to tips@NBCLA.
I wonder how it is nowadays, right? This was 6 years ago. Things could have gotten better, but I have a feeling that they've gotten worse because now even the rich people have been affected by the incompetence of the, I'll say, California government, right? Oh man. Let's see. Let's look at some of the comments, right? Um, right here, man, for my entire childhood, I dreamt about living in SF, LA, or Seattle. Now that I can afford it, I doubt I'd ever consider it. Oh man, that's what you get. I don't mean to laugh at people in LA, but it's just like this almost feels like this is just like dystopia. Really, it really is. Like I look at this and it's like you could not pay me $10 million to live there. Maybe a billion I might, and I could only probably handle it for 3 months. But 10 million, not enough, not enough. Especially let's say you work for city government and you work a prestigious job, city government attorney, and then you're at risk of getting a medieval disease. And you know what's crazy? Okay, I didn't actually call this out, but I thought it was funny that a cop had to be in, had to like basically hide their identity of who they are because probably fear of retaliation. In fact, let's just play this part one more time.
Central Division, where several cops were bitten by fleas, according to this veteran officer. Are cops afraid of getting typhus?
Of course, yes.
It's not.
Like they're just so afraid to say, it's like you only do this if you feel like you're gonna get retaliated, and it's like you're so afraid to say, "Yeah, the city of LA is dirty, so I'm not gonna show my face and tell you that." That's awful. But yes, the city of Los Angeles is not a good place for you spiritually or financially, and the likelihood that you're gonna make it is very, very low, very low. LA is the city of who you know. It's not about, it's not a meritocracy. That's why the city's a mess, because it's about who you know. All right, well, that's it for this video, folks. So, Screen Atlanta Mentorship, another reaction. You might understand where I lean when it comes to my philosophies and how I feel about certain cities. But yeah, typhus epidemic, Los Angeles. Work a prestigious position in the city of Los Angeles. Get a medieval disease. Not a good time, especially 6 years ago. So it's still not a good time in 2025 either. But here we are. All right, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.